Medha, for giving us that update. The statistics tell a story in itself. I'm also being joined by my panelists here, Alok Mehta, Editorial Director of India News. Alok Mehta, thank you very much. A very good morning to you. And of course, phase one of voting, and as we saw, my reporters were on the ground in these important booths of important constituencies, VIP constituencies in Patna, in Raghopur, and people are already thronging these polling booths. They are enthusiastic. They are coming out in large numbers. What does this indicate?
Megha, very good morning. I think we should say it's a celebration, like a parv. You know, we have a Chhat Parv and Deepavali and all. So the election is also a festival for the people, masses. And that's why the politically, Bihar is, I think, most aware many people. People talk about the caste and all, but you see, these last few elections, now people are more talking about the progress, development. That's why maybe they have expectation, high expectation from the ruling party, anybody who is come in power. And that's why I think we should be very, I think, optimistic about that more people will come, because we always, from the channels and the media people, we always appeal to the people that they should come forward for the voting. Because otherwise people say, oh, some bogus voting was there, and I've seen the booth looting and all violence. But you see, last election also, there was minimum violence, and this very constancy which we are showing as a very sensitive areas also, the Bahubali we call it. But Megha, you see, unfortunately, because the political people or the ruling power, if they don't work, then the Bahubali also help the people. And that's why they won the elections. That's why when people blame the election system, certainly there will be some review about it. The Election Commission also recommended something, Supreme Court also talked about it. But I think the politically aware, the large number of people are coming for voting in the morning itself. It shows that people have high expectation in democracy. They want a good representative from them, and they should give more infrastructure. People are also happy because they said now the development is going on in Patna or in outside in other constituencies. Muzaffarpur, very sensitive, some area, Mokama, Sahamastipur, all these, Darbhanga. You see, today in 121 constituency, I think very, very important constituency for the future. But Tejasvi Yadav is also contesting for his future. It's very challenging for him because his own brother is fighting against the RJD.
Yeah.
And the same thing with BJP and NDA, Nitish Kumar is still fighting like a old lion. You see the king, he always believed, and he was working a lot. That's why people is still voting for either the name of the Nitish Kumar or Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is a very interesting election.
Yeah. So, yeah, we just saw visuals of one of the two deputy chief ministers who is fighting the election, who is in the fray, from Lakhisarai, Vijay Sinha. Now, Lakhisarai is a direct battle between the BJP and Jan Suraj party that was floated by Prashant Kishore a few months ago, which seems to have made a mark and impact on the people of Bihar. How is it going to play out for Lakhisarai and the Deputy Chief Minister Vijay Sinha of the BJP remains to be seen. It is, at the end of the day, a BJP stronghold. In the past elections, BJP has won from Lakhisarai back in 2020. I have with me Bipin Sharma, senior journalist. Bipin Sharma, again, do you think the people of Bihar are going to come out in larger numbers as compared to the previous elections of 2020, cross the mark of about 52% of the voters that cast their vote last time around in the last term? And what do you think is going to be the inference of this?
So, Megha, good morning, and good morning to all the viewers and the eminent panelists. See, very pertinent question you've asked, because this festival of democracy, Bihar citizens, Bihar voters have humongous expectations. And why don't they have expectations? This is the 21st century. Gone are the days when when state elections used to be fought merely on Sadak Bijli Pani. Now they want state-of-the-art infrastructure, IITs, AIIMS, state-of-the-art health infrastructure, educational universities. So in such a scenario, now the Bihar voters, the mood is quite upbeat, and we expect a very good, impressive turnout of the voters today. And of course, there are plethora of issues that plague the state of Bihar. We have been hearing this issue of special package being allocated to Bihar. When that will happen, that of course time will determine. But then there are a number of factors that need to be borne in mind. First is the Modi factor, Modi's charisma. The women performing Aarti during Modi's cavalcade in Bihar, I think that speaks volumes about the faith and the kind of confidence they have on Modi. Then, of course, the Nitish factor, because you can never write off any politician. So, while the critics might say that Nitish is past his prime, so I think that is not to be believed, because you never know when the tables can be turned. And, because, of course, Nitish is going for the Super 10. So, 6 times he has been supported by BJP to become the CM, and 3 times by the RJD. So now this is evenly poised. While the different agencies may have predicted a clear-cut victory for the BJP NDA front, I would stick my neck out to say that it is going to be a tight contest which will go down to the wires, just like what happened in 2020.
Okay.
Now, 2-3 very critical issues. SIR might play a very critical role. But then the Rahul Gandhi's presser yesterday, whether it will have an impact on the minds of the voters of Bihar, that again will be determined on 14th November. But then, of course, this election, 2025 Bihar election, is poised to become a very, very interesting case study, because normally we say that Owaisi factor plays the spoil sport. He makes a dent in the vote bank of different political parties. But now you have Prashant Kishore. While he may not be able to win many seats, the number of seats that they are, making claims for, but then he's here to stay. That is for sure.
Okay, all right. I'm also being joined by Joyita Basu, and of course we were talking about the issues on the basis of which voters are coming out and casting their vote. Disgruntlement amongst the youth, unemployment, migration, women empowerment, illicit liquor, which was also one of the top issues that the women were facing when they spoke to our reporters on the ground. Very important, the special package for Bihar, promise of setting up airports, sports infrastructure, again, very focused for the JDU, Nitish Kumar, who wants to build the infrastructure, focus on youth, focus on women empowerment. Do you think these are going to be the big factors on the basis of which people are going to cast their vote? And how is the BJP or the NDA going to fare vis-a-vis Mahagathbandhan?
Well, Megha, I think one thing that we need to look out for in these elections, whether Bihar is able to raise itself above caste. Let's not forget, we are mentioning so many things, but one thing that is well known about Bihar is that caste plays a major, major role when it comes. Even now, if you're talking to people from Bihar, journalists from Bihar, they will say ultimately it will all boil down to caste, especially in the rural areas. Now, even if that is, and particularly I would say when it comes to the RJD Congress alliance, that MY factor, that is going to play a major role when it comes to these two parties, the Mahagathbandhan in particular. Now, having said that, it is not just about promises. When you're talking about issues, it's not just about promises, it's about what all has been delivered. Now, if you're looking back in terms of the poverty rate, sometime in October, statistics came, say, there has been, 10 years ago, this is a statistics that has been given by Professor Shamika Ravi, according to the studies conducted by the government. 10 years ago, there was a 41.3% poverty, and the West Bengal's was 30.4%. Now, today, Bihar is at 4.4%, while West Bengal is at 6%. infant mortality rate in Bihar, it is better than the national average and way ahead of its other UP. So if you are looking in actual real terms, and these are the things that matter,
Right.
Bihar has started progressing.
Okay.
Okay, so it is not just about road infrastructure and all, it's about the quality of life, quality of human life. For women, when you are talking about what is going to make a difference is the perception of safety. Now, whenever you are looking at women, whenever you see women talking on television to reporters, they keep talking about this safety issue. They are all talking in terms of that we had a major problem whenever, interim period RJD has come to power, safety has been compromised. So I don't see
Okay.
women
So,
unless
so
and
have
until
we, you know, in the last 20 years, when Nitish Kumar, Nitish Kumar has, an unprecedented run of being the chief minister of Bihar. JDU has been in power, alternatively with the BJP and then with the Mahagathbandhan. Have we moved forward? Have we moved past from the big issue that Bihar had, that was Jungle Raj, crime, women's safety, issues such as really bad infrastructure? Have we moved past all these issues, and have there been new issues that people are talking about, voting about? For example, unemployment, for example, better infrastructure, for example, setting up medical colleges, setting up sports infrastructure. Is there a step that has been taken ahead in improving the situation of the people of Bihar? We'll obviously get to know about it as results come out. But let's take a look at the